Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Happy Friday. I'm so glad you're here today. I am hopping on today to do some drum carding and show you some techniques and how to do that. I will shift the camera around here in a minute so you can see what I'm doing. But first I want to show you what we are going to be carding today. This is kind of piggybacking on the video I did. I think it was the last Friday's video. I'll try to remember to link it up above. And that was spinning dog fiber and how I can do that and what to blend it with and how to blend it. And when I did that video, I showed you a little bit on how to hand card the dog hair into the fiber. Today I thought we'd do some drum carding and just show you a couple different ways to do that to get it nice and in the bat so that you're able to spin it easily. I have my Ziploc of dog fiber. This is my Border Collie Willow, and she is, I'll try to pop a picture in here of her. She's usually always around my videos because she's always usually next to me. The staple length on this fiber is, and I showed you how to do this in the other video, so it is about that long. You can pull tip to tip, and that's about how long that is, maybe 2 inches, so it's fairly short. And what I'm going to blend it with today is I have a lot of excess. This is, I wish you could feel this because it's so soft and squishy. This is actually Pygora Cloud. When I had my Pygora goats, which are pygmy Angora cross goats, this is the fiber that they gave me, and the cloud is how you have it processed. I did send this to Zellinger's, which is no longer open, which is kind of sad. We've lost so many of our small mills here in Michigan the last couple of years here, actually. So that's what this is. And I had, how many Pygoras? I had 6 Pygora goats, and they all varied in a range of a cream color to a little bit of a light gray color, and I always had such a small amount with just 6 of them that I had them process everything together. So what you see in here, to my eye, I can see the little bits and pieces of gray, but for the most part this is a fawn colored fiber. And so let me turn this around and get you on the drum carder. As you can see, we are in the spot. Someone asked me, or someone told me on one of my previous videos, to get the drum carder locked onto the table. Well, I was down in my work area and I had just a card table set up, and the card table was too thick for these brackets to work. And so this is actually the only space that I have in the house. Most of my tables, well, my one table is rounded. And it has a beveled edge on it. And so this doesn't work real well, but I do have this locked onto this island counterpart here. And so this fits perfectly, and the brackets that hold it in fit perfectly. So it is locked in pretty good. So I decided to film here today because just to show you that you can attach these to a table as long as you have the right depth of table or counter space to do that. So that's why we're filming here today. So hold on, let me turn you around real quick. Okay guys, I've got this set up, and this is my Ashford drum carder. I got this years ago. This is not an electric one, which I would love to have. I think those are so beautiful. I do not know the TPIs on this. It has been probably close to 20 years since I bought this. And so this is, I don't know, I don't think, probably for Angora, it's not the right TPI, which is teeth per inch, but it works for everything else. And I do have a trick to get my Angora to work in here, and it's kind of the same technique that I'm going to show you right now. So basically what I'm going to do, and I know you can't see this area really great. Let's see if I move you back just a touch, and I actually cannot see myself right now. So hopefully I am in view. Let me check. Yep, I am still in view. So what I do is I just lay down, take the fiber. You could see this is, actually I have not had my Pygora goats in, we sold them probably 11 years ago. So this fiber is not fresh fiber at all, but it is still beautiful. I'm able to store it so that I have not had any problems with moths or anything like that. And so I am just going to run this first layer through here. And I don't want too much to go through. And this is typically when I'm blending my Angora with something else. This is what I do. I put the, whatever it is I might be blending it with, whether it be alpaca or I use the Pygora quite a bit. And I'm going to put this little brush down now. I've got a slight layer there. I'm going to make it just a little bit heavier. And I don't want to load it up too much. So that should be enough. Just so we have a nice thin layer of the Pygora down. And you don't want to, when you're rolling, you do not want to pull here because it'll end up getting caught on this other roller here. So I'm trying to be cautious about that also. All right, so I have, as you can see, a nice layer here. There's a couple ways you can go about doing this. Typically with my Angora and with this being such short fibers, I'm gonna put it on top here and I'm gonna just kind of touch it in here and there. You can see, and the little pieces are going to pick up on this bottom roller here just because that's the nature of the beast with these being so short. And I'll get more of them down there. So I'm just going to basically do a layering effect here with going back and forth. This is actually going to be a really beautiful bat. Another thing I have is the this comb or brush, whatever you want to call it, and you can use that to, as you go through, to press in your fibers. And so I've got a nice layer of each of them. I'm going to go back to the Pygora next, put another layer of that in. And another way to do this is you can kind of lay this on top here and let it feed through. Some of that is going to hook to this smaller wheel or the smaller drum. I got a little too much in there. Got one big piece right here that I can see. I'm just going to pull that off. You can see it got caught up. So that's why I like doing it up top here. I like to keep it so that I'm kind of in more control than it is. Laying out another little bit. And a lot of times when I'm doing this, if I'm making specific bats either to sell or to make a certain amount of yarn with, I will measure these, see how many ounces and things I'm using of each. For today's purpose in this video, I'm just showing you how to do it. So I have not done that. I haven't measured anything. And again, I'm taking another handful of the dog and bringing that in. If I get too thick on some spots, I just grab it. And that's also where this little comb brush comes in handy to get it all nice and neat. And I think I should have room enough for one more layer on top of this for another, whoopsie, another layer of Pygora on top. Oh, this is really beautiful. I might end up using this for something. I might have to make, I do have 3 bags of willows for about the same size as this one that I'm using. So this might be a new spinning project for me. We will see. Trick is not to get too much into this area here where you're loading. Those electric drum carders would be lovely to have. They're so beautiful. Those are some of my favorite reels to watch, is to see people with the electric one just kind of do their magic with their carding. It's so lovely. And they make such beautiful bats with them. And get the edges on each side here, and I think that's going to be plenty of fiber on here. Okay, and I'm going to grab my comb off the floor, and I'm going to run that over it one more time. And I'm going to lift this one up. There is I'm not sure if you can see it, there's a metal lip right here that my picker here goes into. Okay, so I'm going to take my little picker here and I'm going to go right into that metal and lift. And just pull that fiber straight up and separate it all the way across. And then I'm just going to roll this, get the chair out of the way, roll this back out here. This is coming off beautifully. I don't have any dog fiber coming off the drum at all because that was all the second layer. You can see there's a little bit, I think you can see there's a little bit of Pygora stuck in there, which is no big deal. I'll go through and clean it. But this is what we end up with. Let me turn you around and we'll finish the video. Okay guys, I have flipped it around and this is what I ended up with. I know the light is not great in this area, but this turned out really gorgeous. I'll take a picture of it out in the sunlight. We actually have sun today, yay. So I'll take a picture of this in the sunlight to show you, but it is a beautiful bat. Got a little bit of hay in there. This is what your bat should look like when you finish them. You could see willow in there, and as you spin this, it will come through. I am actually probably going to make, I have a whole bag of this Pygora fiber down in the basement, like a large bag. And maybe this is one of those projects I'll work on to make enough spinning yarn to make a big project. So I'm going to probably finish off. I have some here that I'm just going to work on since I've got this all ready to go and all the stuff is here. I'm going to work on that. And yeah, so I would highly recommend, if you can, I know they're expensive, but if you can afford a drum carder and enjoy doing art bats, or even just, you know, I wouldn't even call this an art bat, but blending fibers, making bats, I would highly recommend getting a drum carder. And if you can, go for the electric one. I think they're just beautiful machines that do amazing work. I know Brother Drum Carders have some amazing ones. I'll try to link them down below. This is actually an Ashford one that I bought. Originally my spinning wheels and everything were Ashford when I first got into this. And so, and I don't know if there are any other, I'll have to do some research, and what I find I will put down below. If there are any other drum carder big names out there, I'm not actually sure. I'm sure there is, but the Brother Drum Carders and the Ashford Drum Carders are the two that I can think of. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I hope you get some sunshine, and I hope you get to create something today. Bye.